Hey there YouTube, it's me Tifa Wilderness. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the second of this month's Korean toy reviews. Right, today I have got another character from the Metal Cardbot S toy line. And this particular character has a little bit of controversy surrounding its gender. Because when you watch the character on the show, or its a debut episode in episode 3 of the show, you listen to the voice and it sounds like a female, like a fembot. And to be honest, I was quite happy about this because after watching season 1 and all the characters in season 1, they're all boy bots, they're all male. I was hoping that in season 2 we'd get a fembot character, and I thought that this character was a fembot. But unfortunately, more recently, some news has filtered through from South Korea, where some of the showrunners put a message out on social media saying that the character is in fact male. Which, when you look at the fact that the character is voiced by a female voice actor, is kind of hard to imagine. But anyway, I personally don't want to get dragged into a pointless discussion about the gender designation of a fictitious robotic character from a South Korean cartoon show. So, for the auspices of this video, I'm going to be referring to it as female, as a she or a her. I know I'm wrong, but I don't want to see people chiming in the comments section saying that I'm wrong, oh it's a male. Please don't do that, okay? I'm calling it a female. Let's go with that. Right, with that out of the way, let's get into the review. Right, so today, obviously, I have got a new character from the Metal Cardbot S toy line, and it is this gal, Metal Cardbot S Cielo. Now, there's the metal card. Jet former, forms a plane. The card, take it off. It's got the Metal Cardbot S, faction symbol on the back. These new metal cards don't have that metallic, sort of stripe on it like the ones from season 1 do, which is unfortunate. The card weapon is this thing, which sort of splits into two and forms her weapons. Right, so we'll look at that in a bit. Then the box. Here's the box. It's a fairly typical, Metal Cardbot S box. Lots and lots of fancy graphics. Got a picture of the character there in robot mode, naught mode. You got Jun, the main, protagonist kid here. More pictures on the side, more pictures on the back, and pictures, product information, the usual stuff. Heavy cardstock. It's got a large window with a double plastic clamshell inside. Right, so Cielo. The name Cielo, it sounds like a feminine or a female name, doesn't it? I think it does. But anyway, that being said, jet forms a jet, a very cool looking jet. Looking at this jet, it doesn't really look like any particular real world jet fighter, but I think given that it's got these very sort of straight wings, and even though it's only got a single tail, I think it bears a slight resemblance to the F-18 Hornet. A little bit, I think so, with those wings. I mean, it hasn't got the double tail, but I think an F-18 Hornet is probably the closest, sort of fighter jet you could probably get to the shape of Cielo's jet mode. But anyway, it's a pretty cool looking jet. If you look at it from the side, and it hasn't got much, robot kibble hanging off the bottom. Obviously, you've got these bits, these sort of weapons pods here, which are actually, the arms. And when you look at it from underneath, you can see the arms are spread across, and then you've got the legs there. But the rest of it's pretty successful. It's got some very nice striking colours. It's got the blue and white stripes with the orange highlights. It's got these little canard wings at the front, next to the cockpit. You've got the jet boosters on the back. And yeah, it's got landing gear. It's got a little wheel there, and it's got some little wheels there, so it will roll on a flat surface. Pretty cool. It's a good swooshable jet. It's quite large, decently heavy, pegs together very solidly. Pretty cool. Like the look of it. Now, not much more you can do with it in Alt mode. You can fold away the landing gear. There's nothing much more you can do with it. I mean, these little canard wings, you can sort of angle them if you want, but not much more you can say about it. Now, it does come with the metal card, as I showed you, and then you've got the card weapons, which are two guns. Now, in the robot mode, she uses these guns to fire, and they're very specific guns with a very special purpose. But actually, no, we'll get round to that. I might as well do it now. I found that you can fit these guns on the plane mode, but you have to sort of transform them first into their weapon mode. Kind of. And then you have to pull these round, the fists round, and then you can plug them on. That goes on that side. There we go. And then put the other one, so you open it out, flip that round, flip that up, flip this round double, and then plug it onto there, plug that in, and there we go. So you can attach the guns in jet mode. Probably not supposed to do that, but it can be done. So the card weapon will attach to the jet mode, but it's a little bit unusual and unsightly, but there we go. So there's that. Right, so transformation. Start off with this bit, fold that up over there. Then you get the fists and bring them round. Unplug the arms from under the wings. Bring them round and then twist them forwards. And then unplug this, unplug the wings from this section at the back, like so. And you fold that up and plug that in like that. Fold the tail in. Then the legs, extend, split the legs, fold the wings back, bring out the feet, and that's the legs done. Then you take the cockpit section, it's on like a rocking hinge. You've got to unplug it at the top, bring it forwards, rock it back, fold in the nose cone, and then concertina the cockpit section into the chest. Then you've got these links here, they come up and peg in there. And then the wings, you get these fold up, and then you can, if you want, fold the wings down like that. And there we go. There's Cielo in her robot mode. Pretty cool. Very cool. Nice colours. The light blue, the white, the orange, and some little bits of teal here and there. That's pretty cool. Got this hooded head sculpt. Got a large faceplate with those piercing teal eyes and like a hood going on. That's pretty good. The wings can go up. They can also fold back like that, but they sort of stick out. So I think in robot mode they're better off having the wings folded down like that. I would have preferred it if the wings sort of folded round the back somehow. You know, sort of if they folded round the back, that would have been great. But they unfortunately they don't. They only fold like that, and like that. Pretty cool bot. Quick size comparison. Firstly, next to Combiner Wars Megatron, because he's my usual de facto, size comparator bot, because he's a full-size leader class. And then I've got my other Metal Cardbot S figures for comparison as well, starting with Blue Cop S. Now, as you can see, she's quite a bit bigger than he is. And then, subject of last week's review, Red Blitz. And there they go together. Now, Red Blitz, obviously, when you put his booties on, he becomes quite a bit taller than Cielo, obviously, but there we go. Pretty cool looking bot. Articulation, head sculpt. Now it is limited because you've got these bits sticking up on the shoulders that get in the way, so the head sculpt is slightly restricted from side to side. No forward and backwards, no quizzical tilt. The arms on a joint that goes around like that. Obviously the wings attached to it. Arms go up. Bicep swivel. Slightly over 90-degree bend. Wrist rotation, that's good. No waist joint. Hips go out, go forwards, go back. Thigh swivel, 90-degree knee bend. And there's nothing at the feet. They just cut, they've got that usual angle cut to give it a neutral A stance. So there we go. There's the articulation on the robot mode. Pretty good. Obviously, it would have been nice to have had a waist joint, but because of the way it transforms, I don't think that was possible. But apart from that, it's got pretty much everything else you could want. Maybe not ankle tilts, but hey ho. Obviously, the card weapon, as I demonstrated on the jet mode, even though they aren't necessarily supposed to do that, but you basically got the two of these, which clip onto the back of the metal card, and the transformation. Fold that up, fold those up, bring that up. Bring this back on a double hinge, and there it goes. Now this will plug in to the arm. Now obviously there's a hole in the fist that plugs in on top. Oh, is that the right one or is it the other one? Right, so, and then there's a peg underneath here, and then that comes round and that pegs in, and then the gun is nice and solidly attached in the arm. And do the same to the one on the other side. Plug it into the fist, bring it round, fold it round, and then plug it in under the arm. Once everything's lined up. And there we go. And there's Cielo all tooled up with her guns. Now, in the debut episode, is it the first episode 3 or episode 4? I think it's episode 4 actually, the capture episode. Cielo is chasing Blue Cop around the city, and they go into like a multi-story car park. And these guns allow her to shoot through solid energy beams through solid objects. So she can like snipe people behind walls and under floors and stuff like that. So these guns have special abilities where she can actually shoot through solid objects and still, hit people with them. So pretty cool guns actually. She can sort of wield them. And one thing I have noticed, there's these extra ports on the side. Now you can unhook them, and then you can slide them round and plug them into the. It's a bit of a tight. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. Yeah, so you can sort of plug the guns in sideways. Now she has got wrist rotations, but you'd have to unplug the gun completely, but it doesn't. It needs that extra attachment point to plug into her arm because of the way the guns are attached. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, she's got these guns which she can wield, and she can shoot through solid objects with them, so they're really, really cool. So there we go. Obviously, her wings, you can attach them so she can fly around. Like a jet booster type, arrangement. She's got like little jet nozzles in the back of her wing ports there, and obviously got them in the bottom of her feet as well, so she can hover in there and then fly like through the air like a superhero. Pretty cool. Not much more I can say about it really. It's a pretty cool box. It's nice and solid. It's got some nice colours, reasonably articulated. Good weight to it, good size. Pretty cool actually. Yeah, so that's about as much as I've got to say for it really. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. This has been my review of Metal Cardbot S Cielo. And like I said, I'm referring to this bot as being female, as a fembot, as a her or a she, because in my opinion, if it's got a female voice actor doing the voice for this character in the show, then it must be a fembot, even though there is precedence in cartoon shows for female voice actors to voice male actors. I mean, the voice actor for Ash Ketchum of Pokemon is a prime example of that. So anyway, pretty cool figure, decent pickup, glad I got her, and there we go. Anyway, so I've been TFR Wilderness. Hopefully you found this review useful and informative. I review these things so you don't have to. Yeah, and that's the end of this review. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and I'll catch you all next time. Ta-da.